Get ready with me like we're on FaceTime. You guys already know I got my coffee with me and I've been using these Death to My 20s cups. If you saw my birthday vlog, you already know I did a Death to My 20s birthday party for my 29th birthday. I also have a fall fireplace going behind me. I am very much in the spooky mood. We are in the thick of October. I love fall. Fall makes me so happy. And speaking of fall, I am getting ready right now so that I can film a nail video after this. I am missing one, so I put a band-aid on there. I'm gonna do some Halloween nails today. This is my current nail situation. We have some brown fall nails going on. I loved these, but I'm very excited for Halloween nails. The actual week of Halloween, I think I'm gonna wear these. We have lots to catch up on, so let's just get into it. Before I start, I wanted to ask how you guys are doing. I've missed uploading regularly and chatting with you guys regularly, so please feel free to comment down below what's going on in your life. Comment something good that has happened recently, or if you need to talk about something bad that has happened, feel free to comment that as well. First things first, I am actually going to see another Sabrina show. Sabrina Carpenter added a third leg to her tour. She's doing a select few shows in a select few cities, and I am going to be going to see her in New York City, and I'm so excited. It is the week of Halloween. I'm going with one of my best friends, Davey. If you guys saw my original short and sweet tour vlog, you know Davey. He came with me. He actually invited me with him the first time. It was actually right after my grandma had passed away too. Like, Davey just really came through with that. Because if you guys know me, music is my escape, and especially concerts. There truly is no better euphoric feeling to me than being at a concert. Comment down below if you will also be there. I'm very curious who I might see. In other news, I am very excited to share with you guys that I have been doing a version of the 75 hard challenge. No alcohol for 75 days, somewhat of a clean diet, and getting exercise almost every day of the week. I was very inspired by Tana Mojo, which is crazy. Like, you do not usually think of Tana Mojo and being sober in the same sentence, I feel like. But if you guys follow Tana, you would know that she actually has done the 75 hard challenge multiple times. She inspired me so much. Just seeing that Tana could do it and seeing Tana be so successful right now, I feel like she's just never had a better time in her career, and also she's just so happy and in love. It truly just really inspired me seeing her go sober from alcohol for 75 days, and now I think she's sober just indefinitely. I don't think she's actually doing the challenge anymore. I think she's just sober. And for me, I am someone that comes from generations of alcoholism, and I've watched so many people I love struggle with it. It's not that I necessarily felt like I had a huge problem and needed to stop because of that. For me, it was more that I didn't ever want to have a problem, and I wanted to prove to myself that I could stop if I wanted to. If you know me in real life, or if you've been watching my content for a while, you probably know your girl can drink. I have consumed so much champagne in my 20s. It's not even funny. I don't know how my liver is actually still in good standing. I just have that Irish gene where I can just drink and drink and drink, and I have such a high tolerance for alcohol. Also, for me, I feel like I just can't have just one. Being so transparent with you guys, I just have this issue where I really cannot just have one drink. If I'm gonna drink, I need to be drinking like a lot, and that's just not good. And also, the other thing too that really was like the nail in the casket for me of wanting to do the 75 hard challenge, on September 1st, I had decided I was gonna do the 75 hard challenge starting on September 1st, okay, which was a Monday. A lot of you guys know I work at a bar. It was never unusual to sit and have a drink after work. In fact, it was really normal. Like, a lot of people just sit and have a drink after work. I mean, damn, you just waited on people all night and served people drinks all night. Of course you're gonna sit and have a drink. For me, I had told myself that day, I am going to start 75 hard today. When I got off of work, one of my regulars wanted to buy me a drink. I completely forgot and lost all consciousness of the fact that I wanted to be sober. And without even hesitation, I was just like, of course, like, I'll take a drink, and sat down and started drinking, even though I had promised and committed to myself that I was gonna start this challenge. Like, I almost subconsciously just decided to drink. And at that point, that was when I was like, all right, I definitely need to reel it back. Again, not that this was a huge problem. Like, I was just having a glass of wine after my shift. I let myself down. That was the problem. It was just a huge self-realization moment. Pardon the interruption. We are having a Glossy Bomb break. I love this Glossy Bomb. There were just so many reasons why I decided to ultimately do the 75 hard, and why I decided I wanted to be sober from alcohol. I wanted to cut out the slippery slope that alcohol is. It's a slippery slope in the fact of, like I said, where I can't just have one. Another slippery slope type of theme in this was whenever I would be going out to a bar or drinking in any type of social setting, I want to eat as well. For me, drinking goes with eating. Like I need to snack when I'm drinking. Then that brings my bill at the bar way up. And if I'm not at the bar and I'm just like drinking and hanging out with friends, I just eat way more. And it just causes a whole other problem because now I'm eating more. And I've always had an issue with food. I've dealt with eating disorders my whole life since I could remember. It just was triggering all of these things and I just was not feeling good. I just really want to be able to depend on myself and I want to be able to show up for myself. And if I say I'm going to do something, I want to be able to do it. And the fact that I just so subconsciously just was like, yeah, I'm going to drink today. I would have a drink after every shift without even thinking. It was simply just muscle memory. All in all, I really just think I'm doing the 75 hard challenge kind of as like a love letter to myself, just to prove, girl, we can do it. We really can, you know? I also kind of wanted to set an example for other people too, just because of how I said that Tana was an example for me. Who knows what me sharing this story could do for other people. So that is kind of where I'm at on that. That is why I started the 75 hard challenge. And let me tell you guys, it has not been easy. I think I'm in the easiest part now. It's been about 6 weeks. I feel really good. I feel like I'm past some of the hardest hurdles. For me, some of the hardest challenges have been social settings with my friends who drink, just because they're so used to me being able to drink with them, letting loose in that way and having fun in that way. But also, let me just say, my friends have been so supportive of me, and I'm so thankful of that because it really does make it easier. In the first few weeks of my 75 hard, I had one of my best friend's wedding to go to, and this is my friend group that I have partied with. We just love to party. We love to have a good time, and I was really, really nervous about this wedding just because of the fact that I didn't want to let anybody down or disappoint anybody. And again, let me say, like, my friends have been so supportive. They would literally never ever think that or say that. I just had all these preconceived things in my head of like how people were gonna handle it. Let me just say, all of my fears disappeared as soon as I was at the wedding. A, like I said, my friends were so supportive. B, I had so much fun even without alcohol. And the crazy thing is, at the end of the night, I remembered everything. I was seeing crystal clear. It was so funny to see drunk people and like how they looked, because I was like, oh my God, I just can't even believe all of the nights that I have had where I have been stumbling, falling, cutting my legs open from falling drunk. Like, there have just been so many crazy, crazy times that I've had, a lot of which you guys have seen. I have vlogged so many of my crazy drunk moments. Miami trip with Timmy, we were so fucking hammered that whole trip. Some of my New York vlogs, honestly, most vlogs I have been holding a glass or a bottle of champagne. I don't regret it. I have so many amazing memories from those times. I lived out my party years to the fullest extent and I don't regret it. I'm just happy now with my decision. It's still kind of hard to talk about because it's just something so personal. I wasn't really going to even tell a lot of people in my life that I was doing this. I was just going to kind of let it happen naturally. You know, if I was in a situation where I had to tell someone I wasn't drinking, that's when I would tell them. Just the way my friends reacted and the way they've been so supportive, it just kind of made me want to share it just in case someone else needs to hear it. I believe today is actually day 43 out of 75, and I just cannot believe that I made it this far. I truly did not think I was gonna make it more than a week. Another moment that was super weird for me was going into the airport and traveling for the first time without drinking. I am the type of person where as soon as I enter that airport and get through security, I am parking my ass at a bar and drinking a mimosa until my flight. And even just sitting on the plane, like I was always getting my cocktail in flight, numbing my nerves. I am such an anxious traveler, even though I love traveling. My body just always knows when I'm about to travel, and I always get these physical anxiety symptoms whenever I'm going to fly, just like clockwork every time. For me, alcohol always helped alleviate that a little bit. It was very, very weird this time around flying and not having any alcohol in the airport. I literally instinctively went to go sit at a bar and was just like, wait, no, like I don't need to. I ended up just getting snacks at the airport and sitting at my gate and just like editing. It definitely has been an adjustment. It has been a challenge, but honestly, I feel like I needed a challenge in my life and I felt like I needed to prove to myself that I could show up for myself in this way. That truly is the moral of the story, is that I just wanted to know, girl, can I count on you? Are you going to be able to show up when I need you? It has just been a super reflective time in my life. Let's just say that. There we have it. That is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for getting ready with me and chatting with me. I hope you enjoyed all the updates, and please update me in the comments, and I will see you soon.